And we are live. Good Monday evening, folks. You are listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with your host, PG. That is me. Folks, I have a bit of um, news to share, and it is relatively good news, I shall say. As you can see on the screen, it says DoorDash steps up amid government shutdown affecting SNAP recipients. What the app or the company DoorDash has decided to do um, is offer emergency response to the SNAP crisis that is looming over 42 plus million households who receive SNAP benefits. Okay. And what they plan to do is waive fees for recipients who have basically signed up for DoorDash and has been using DoorDash and using their EBT cards in that regard with them. And what they're planning to do is um, waive the merchant fees um, to the customers who are EBT recipients and who already have their EBT cards or SNAP cards or food stamp cards linked to their DoorDash app. Now, this was decided late last week, and in a press release on yesterday, the food delivery service said it would waive the merchant fees for food banks, food pantries, community organizations, partners, impacting an estimated 1 million plus people for the month of November. And what they plan to do is service with roughly 300,000 grocery orders for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. They will be donating food and essentials also to food banks around the country because, DoorDash has these stores that their DoorDash workers can go to pick up certain grocery supplies and grocery products and hurry up and get it to you. And it's been strategically placed throughout different neighborhoods and different geographical areas around the country. The DoorDash's vice president actually said that no one should go hungry in America, period. And that person is Max Riddick, who is the vice president and global head of public policy for that organization. They went on to say that millions of people, and I just wrote some notes down that I'm trying to catch these bullet points for you guys, that millions of families are worried right now about how they will put food on the table. Fighting hunger is core to our mission at DoorDash, and we're stepping up alongside leading grocers and retailers to help bridge the gap. So what they plan to do, folks, is several large stores will be partnering with them in order to do just that. And some of the stores that they're going to allow this waiving of fees to the consumers who are using their EBT cards to get meals or to get food supplies to their homes or apartments or wherever they live is going to be Sprouts, Wegmans, what's the other one? Dollar General, and there's a few more. But what I want you guys and gals to do, boys and girls, is to basically go ahead and Google or do your own research, because not all of the stores that they're going to be partnering with to deliver these items to the recipients of the food stamps live in those areas where those stores are located. So Not everyone will be able to participate in this. However, those who will be able to participate in this, that have those stores nearby in their geographical location where they reside in their neighborhoods and in their metropolitan areas, should be able to get some items delivered to their homes or apartments or condos or wherever they may live or reside. And I think that's a great idea. More companies need to step up and step out and assist during this crisis, because this is not the consumer's fault. It's not the recipients of SNAP benefits. And unfortunately, some of the yahoos that are higher up on the totem pole in our nation's government, calling the shots, seem to believe or try to spin a narrative that lazy people are on SNAP benefits. People who don't work are on SNAP benefits. People who are just mooching off the system. Well, I want to set the record straight. The majority of recipients that are on SNAP benefits are white or Caucasian or other ethnicities, and not just black people. The majority are whites. Okay, the majority of them reside in red states, not blue states either. So please, I ask that when you're trying to disseminate this information, and when you have people that bounce back and get down in the comment section and want to argue or whatever, I'm not going to play a game. I am going to do what I have to do in order to set the record straight and keep telling the truth and putting the truth and the actual facts out here to the general public, because no longer can you rely necessarily on mainstream media. Unfortunately, that is not how this is going. People are getting mixed information. They're getting disinformation. They're getting untrue information. They're getting all kind of discombobulation. Everything is going on instead of the news media doing their job and reporting the news. Some of them have been threatened, and some of these stations basically have just thrown up their hands and have relinquished themselves to not doing what they know as good journalism, staying out of the political part of it, but actually reporting the facts and the news and information that our citizens of this great nation needs to hear and needs to understand. So it's small channels like myself and others, larger channels out there on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. We're trying our level best to keep folks informed. So please do yourself a favor. Do your research. Not just rely on regular mainstream media, because not all the time things like this are being talked about and people need to know about it. But I'm just coming on to let you guys know, or ladies and gents, boys and girls know, that DoorDash has stepped up and is planning to help out as best they can during this crisis. Because just like I'm sitting here in my living room right now, putting this information out, in a few days, people will be scrambling, trying to figure out what they can do in order to help provide meals for their families, because they no longer can rely on the SNAP benefits hitting their cards on their particular days that they normally would receive their benefits. So again, folks, please do your due diligence. Google this, use Perplexity, use ChatGPT, use whatever. Go ask your neighbor, a family member, a friend to explain it to you if you have a hard time understanding whatever it is that you need to understand, especially if you know someone or if you are in this particular precarious situation where you receive SNAP benefits and you won't be getting November's benefits. Then please, by all means, make a list, Check it 3, 4, 5 times. Make appointments at food pantries, food banks, your church, other organizations throughout your area. Please call 211 in your town, your city, your state, wherever you may reside, and ask where are resources for food, especially if you have nothing else coming in and you're depending solely upon your SNAP benefits to feed your children and or your family and yourself, whether it be single mothers, single fathers, married couples, people living together, students, disabled people, elderly people, students in college, whatever. Please do your due diligence and find out so that you can try to secure some food resources that may be available out here to you. On a previous video that I did this past weekend, I did put in my description of that video several resources. Now, all of those resources are not just in the state of Georgia. Some of those resources are for other states. So please do yourself a favor, go back, listen to the podcast, vlog, or video that I did this past weekend, or go straight to the description part of the video. Scroll down and you will see where I did put some resources that may be available to you. Please do yourself a favor. If you have an elderly friend or elderly neighbor, parents, siblings, whomever, co-workers that you know that this will affect, share this information. This is another form of information, but yet a resource that has become available to people who will not be getting their SNAP benefits. Now, they're saying that you can, because you've already registered and you can get your groceries. I don't know if that's going to be for the people who have balances left over and are able to access those balances that are left over on their EBT cards in the month of November, or if you were just have registered and have linked your EBT card to the DoorDash app and you want to pay with your debit card or your PayPal card or credit card or whatever, then you still may be able to get those groceries or those few items that you need or want through DoorDash if you don't have viable transportation, or if you don't have maybe metropolitan transit transportation or whatever to get to these stores, then this would be another alternative for you. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I hope that you have a great rest of your Monday evening, wherever you may be. Please stay informed. Please do what you have to do. Make a plan and try to assist wherever you can. You've been listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with your host, PG. That is me. Thank you. Bye now.